YouTube. Okay, so we're live, everybody, and I'm going to go live in Facebook now, everybody. Broadcasting, go live, and it's Wednesday. We're going to go boom, boom, 9/11. Okay, so everybody, it's Jeff Eichen here, and we are on Weeds Day, and we are putting a description on Facebook. And here we go. Okay, we are incredibly live, and I'm going to go to my my Zoom. Let's get my Zoom here. Boom. Okay, so minimize that, everybody. I'll be with you in a second, everybody. It's so fun to be part of the solution and help to end prohibition, everybody. My Zoom chat is right there. And I'm going to try to find all my Zoom meeting. Boom. Keep on top. Okay, so I'm going to go out of there. And do I still have you?
I'm still here.
Okay, hang on. I got to find where you are. So, everybody, this is Jeff Eichen with WEEDSDAYS, episode 278. And I'm trying to find, oh, there it is. So there's my my incredible party here. So I'm going to share my screen with you all. And tell me if I do have sound or not have sound. I'm going to share my screen. And welcome aboard, everybody. Here we go. Today we remember 9/11, which is tomorrow, and all the vets from Vietnam and further. You know who you are. We honor you. We have empathy for you, and we're here for you. The wall is in Port Townsend all weekend. Only 30 states get it, and we got it. I was there, everybody, this morning making these photos. This guy was cool. I videotaped him. This guy started crying, everybody, when he was talking to me. It's a big deal, PTSD, and cannabis, everybody, helps. Along with mycelium, plant medicine. Nobody deserves to be in jail for a plant. Jeff Eichen, episode 278. Look at these beautiful humans gathering for empathy. Good afternoon, everybody. Is this thing on? Tap, tap, tap. I think we're going to have a wonderful show today. We're going to welcome home Stash Wagner family. Don't bogart that joint from the Philippines. Thank you. And don't forget to donate to their cause and welcoming them home fund. So that's cool. We have a nice GoFundMe site for them. And everybody else in the universe, let's end prohibition today. And don't forget, it's Edwin's birthday today on Freedom. We want Edwin to not spend one more year in prison and one more birthday. We got Leonard Peltier home, and he was in jail for 50 years. Edwin's been in jail for 37 or 36. and I'm going to go see him soon. Hello, y'all. We heard from Edwin this week. Hello, everybody. It is time to welcome home the Stash family, and I'm really proud to be friends with Lawrence, the writer, the original. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. So they are just stepping on to the soil here, and they need a car and your help. So don't forget the GoFundMe. And if you have an extra car, you want to do a write-off, bring it on. Love you, Stash. I get joy out of helping people. So go to the QR code and put some dough in the pot for the Stash family. And let's not forget Jack Harrer, the father of the movement. Oh, my Papa in Baja, I miss you. I do every day. I miss my dad. We're moving forward with our concert plans to gather a lot of people together to end prohibition, to raise awareness and raise money for the prisoners in and out of jail, and for the legal faction that can help to get to the White House to end prohibition in our lifetime.
Baked up a fresh knuckle sandwich if anybody wants one.
Till we get the license, don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Roll another one, just like the other one. Love you, everybody here. Host with the most. Let's get it on and have a concert in 2025. Happy parade.
1, 2, 3.
The world come together is Timothy Leary's campaign song. People hear that on the radio all the time. Now that song like, well, that's a theme song for Timothy Leary's governor race. He was going to run against Ronald Reagan as governor.
Let the kids get high. As a matter of fact, President Nixon, why don't we all turn on together?
The government probably feared Tim Leary more than they feared anybody. Nixon thought that dope dealers were among the worst criminals on earth.
We must wage what I have called total war against public enemy number one in the United States.
How many times have you heard that criminals are in
Thank
charge?
you to the all brave souls.
What the heck?
Are helping to end prohibition. Please support us. Our concert is coming. Happy parade. There will be a memorial for Richard around November 9th, I believe, in San Francisco Bay Area. So stay tuned and we'll give you more information on the following show. We'll do more about Richard Lee. Thank you, Richard, for all your incredible mentorship and time and energy and Planet Walk and helping us end prohibition.
Hey, you look now. Yeah, what do you mean homeless? What do you mean homeless? This is a Canna. I drive across the United States of America fighting to get our cannabis prisoners out of jail. Nobody belongs in jail for weed, and it needs to be federally legal. And my legal name is 420 Jim. So you keyboard warrior bullshit, don't bother me. What do you mean if you had the money, you'd take care of homeless? You're full of crap. Why don't you just do the right thing, put love in your heart, help people that are really homeless? Don't be keyboard warriors like you are. You know, that's just plain wrong. Peace, love, and cannabis for all. Go to 420gym.com, sign the petition today. Nobody belongs in jail for weed, my friends. Peace and love to all. Oh, look how stupid I get to make you look now. Yeah, what do you mean homeless?
That's 420 Jim, everybody. So we're honoring the veterans today, everybody who needs our empathy. Empathy can save the planet, I believe. So this is Jeff Eichen here. We have a super special guest, and we're waiting to see if Lawrence will pop in today. So I'll get out of this mode here and come to our incredibleness. So let me go on to hang on. Before I'm just getting a little bit of, okay, let me go on to StreamYard here for a second, y'all, and do the dance here so StreamYard can get our whole, just hang with me, everybody. I know what I'm doing. Okay, so we go there, and then we go share screen, and entire screen. And I'm talking out loud because that's how I get through life here. And now we're talking. Okay. Now StreamYard can see us. And my apologies to everybody for having a great sound experience there. But we're live now, everybody. And we have our guest host and beautiful lenswoman in love, the original photographer from High Times Magazine that got Bob Marley to sit down and shut up. So it's really a blessing to hear your stories. No matter how many times we hear them, our legacies are very important. Today is a very important day. I'm going to see if I can get to my my other, let's see, hide that, and we'll be flowing here in a second. I just want to see if I can get to my, okay, so it's 9/11 tomorrow, everybody. You know what that means. And Port Townsend, where I live, a small town in Washington State, was gifted one of the lottery to have the wall here. This morning I made this video. See if I can pull this video up for you all and show it to you on my phone. It's kind of cool. Let's see if I can get it to rotate. No, I can't get it to rotate. So that's them building the wall. It's the duplicate, the replica of the wall in Washington, D.C. And you can come visit it for, let's see if I can get it a bit closer. You can come visit it for a week in Port Townsend. And so I went out and did a stop action today. And it's super cool. So we honor the vets of anything, the veterans of anything that have PTSD. I got to photograph some vets today, and one guy was choked up when he was telling me his story. And I mean, you know, Edwin's children are in some of the videos that I made for Edwin, and they were choked up when they were telling, I miss my papa for weed in jail. So that's what we're all about. We're about, you know, leveling the plane. And every morning we wake up and something darker has happened in our current state of the union of living on the planet, you know. And so just be sure to hunker around the people that you love and that you care about, and do projects that are going to help to bring awareness and to end prohibition for marijuana and for hatred. So I welcome Kim Godley Walker. That's the Bob Marley lady that photographed Bob Marley, and her husband was involved with managing him on a certain level.
Publicist.
Publicist, and
Publicist for Island, yeah.
for Island Records with Chris Blackwell, and tell us a little bit about that movie that was just made, and give a plug for the movie, because I think Jeff was in that movie, or somebody that portrayed him. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, well, Ziggy.
And welcome, and tell us your name, and before we get going, tell everybody who you are and where they can get your book, and then give us the story.
Okay. I'm Kim Gottlieb Walker. I was a photographer for 50 years, and now I'm 78 years old, and I'm retired, and I'm a novelist. And my book, Len's Woman in Love, was inspired by my career because it was such a colorful career. And yes, my husband was the head of publicity for Island Records in the United States in the mid-70s. And it was his job to introduce Bob to the American public. And so we spent a lot of time with him, and that resulted in a coffee table photo book I have called Bob Marley and the Golden Age of Reggae. And I'm going to be making an appearance this coming Saturday. I'm going to do a slideshow overview of my career. And it's going to be at the Palos Verdes Peninsula Library. So if you're in Long Beach or Palos Verdes or Torrance or any of those areas near Palos Verdes, come on Saturday, September 13th from 2 to 4 p.m. And you'll get to see a slideshow overview of my career. I'll be interviewed. I'll do a reading from the book. It'll be a really lovely afternoon. So.
Is Palos Verdes over by off the 110 freeway, or is that over by Malibu?
Oh, it's farther south than Malibu. It's on the coast near Long Beach.
Oh, way down there, Yeah. Okay. So PV, everybody, go see if you're there. If you live in Cali, Southern California, it's an honor to meet Kim and get a signed book.
And that's at the Palos Verdes Peninsula Library, September 13th from 2 to 4.
From 2 to 4. Cool, everybody. And tell us a little bit about like one of the chapters in your book. I know you say it's not you. Is it not you in the book, or it is you in the book?
Maddie is my alter ego.
Okay.
It's not a memoir, but it is informed by my experiences. So most of Maddie's experiences were my experiences, and most of the people she shot were people that I shot. But it's still a work of fiction, but it's a very entertaining book.
Well, is that a new genre you created about making an autobiography?
No. Most writers write what they know. And so I was writing what I know. And I know about herb, and I know about, traveling to different places. And I know about working on movie sets and television sets and working in the underground press and shooting rock bands. So all of that helped in the book.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, we're honored to have you. Tell us a little bit about traveling to Jamaica and the early days. I know you talked recently on our episode. I think it was last week or the week before, about your son knew every song at age 3.
Yes, by age 3, he learned how to read, so he could read the liner notes on reggae albums, and he knew every album, every reggae album that had been released in the United States through Island Records. So when we took him down there, the second year that we went down to Jamaica, which was, I guess, 76, and we took him with us, and every time we meet a reggae performer, he would know cuts from their albums, and he would generate conversations with them, and they were amazed that this little 3-year-old white kid from the States knew all their music and was considered himself a Rasta.
And where is he now? Where's your son now, and what's he doing?
Well, he won a Writers Guild Award for Best Writing for a Video Game for God of War, and he still works for Sony doing.
Is that a green video game? Is that about incredible greenness?
It's based on Norse mythology.
Oh, great. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, the video game industry. I interviewed kids at the Oregon Country Fair this year, and I asked them, did video games, explode your head or make you, angry, because there are so many dark video games. But the beautiful video game industry, the green video game industry, is where I'm going.
Well, he did most of the things in God of War, which are humorous, which are little personal tales. The little side characters. It's a very rich game. It's got all kinds of interesting elements.
And is that your only child?
No, he's my oldest.
Oh, nice. Okay. So everyone's doing great right now, thriving?
Well, yeah, my daughter is looking for work at the moment, but she's kind of overqualified for everything. She's produced several movies, and she's done work for several film festivals. There's a shorts film festival that happens in Santa Barbara that she does the programming for, and she helps with programming for Sundance, screening films to find the right ones for the festival.
Didn't Sundance just change? Didn't they move?
I don't know.
I think Sundance moved. Hang on. Siri, where did the film festival Sundance move to?
Here's an answer from
Sundance Film is moving to Boulder, Colorado. And they were in Telluride, right?
But they've been in Utah for a long time.
Yeah, they were. It says here. Wait, where did she go? Siri, tell us where Sundance, the film festival, moved to.
Here's an answer from Wikipedia.
Yeah, they moved to Boulder, Park City. It was in Park City. It was in Park City for forever. Well, congratulations to a beautiful family and to a beautiful life. It's really fun to have you. Today, we're honoring 9/11. And how does the veteran population affect your life? Have you done any projects, any vet projects, or do you know anybody that was Vietnam vet?
No, I don't. My husband's father was very active in World War II. He did 50 bombing missions over Germany when he was 18 years old. And he was, won all kinds of medals and stuff. And I think a lot of people would be shocked today to know how far toward fascism our country has gone after World War II, when so many people gave their lives to fight fascism and to preserve democracy.
Right. It's very, very strange. We don't go very political bend on my show ever. We stay to our tried and true end prohibition, thing, and they want to take marijuana and go from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. They've been talking about that since Obama, and it's a bunch of bullcrappy because it will only help the banks, which are fine, but the banks are what this whole oligarchy thing is about. It's about wealth. It's about greed. It's about greed, and so the only solution to bring our prisoners home, men and women, grandmas and grandpas, brothers and sisters, and people you may not know but you should know. And by the way, I did hear from Edwin, everybody, so let's give Edwin wait, I have my bell here. I'm gonna pick it up for you now. Here, that's my bell. Edwin, let that bell ring for recess forever. You get recess. So that's the recess bell for Edwin. He called me the other day, and I haven't heard from him in 6 months, and I'm supposed to go there, and the warden already okayed me, and he's waiting for money for his family to go there on the same week that I'm there. So everybody, we heard from Edwin. He said they took his phone away. He wasn't in lockdown. And so feds, if you're listening, bring Edwin home, and don't worry that I talked to Edwin. Edwin's a freaking pussycat, like every other marijuana soul that was in jail for 20 or 30 years without their family. I mean, just think about it. Get the empathy,
outfit on. Put your empathy, planet Earth, and don't put yourselves in the shoes of the oligarchs that are taking us down and messing with, people of different color skins than ours. But we feel like that sometimes with the marijuana people in jail, and we feel like they're go.
No one should go to prison for being in possession of one of the most benevolent plants on the face of the earth that has so many applications for humankind. Everything from, hemp cloth and paper to, healing indica to creative sativa. I mean, it is one of God's blessings. And it's ridiculous that it should be considered even a drug at all. It should be considered a benevolent plant that anyone should be able to grow and smoke and enjoy.
Yeah, and we want to be able to bring CBD, from the hemp plant. We want to bring CBD and CBA and CBG to our old grannies and grandpas in their living quarters. Yeah. When you get sentenced to a old people's home and everyone's sitting there in a wheelchair, their joints can be healed with this stuff. I've seen it happen. My ex had a bad shoulder and she would put the Kush cream on and go play tennis. I mean, it was just really amazing. I am a proof, and it's important for us to have this conversation and to not let them reschedule marijuana, to make it legal, because then the prisoners can come home.
Absolutely. And it's a gift not only to people who are in pain at the end of the day, who would like to avoid pharmaceuticals and would like something that relieves them, because that's what I do in the evenings. I mean, after years of holding a camera in front of my face, I have back problems. But by the end of the day, little CBD, a little bit of indica, and I'm fine. And also sativa is a great gift to writers. I mean, every writer I know who's ever had writer's block, I highly recommend a little sativa, because it sets your creative juices going, and it can help you get past writer's block and help you with your writing career. So it's altogether a very benevolent plant and should absolutely be legal.
Should I? Yeah. Well, I mean, look what Biden did. He brought Leonard Peltier home. Look what the Dawn did. He brought all the insurrections home, but he pardoned them, and Leonard Peltier is at house arrest.
Chris Boucher or cannabis?
Hang on. Mr. Boucher. Hello. Okay, I'm talking.
Oh, I must have pocket dialed you, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, but we're on live. Why don't you say hi to Kim Gottlieb Walker, who photographed Bob Marley, and you?
Yeah, hang on. I'm walking into my greenhouse.
Okay, into my greenhouse. This guy does CBA, everybody.
CBDA.
CBDA. Okay, I stand corrected. So say hello to Kim Gottlieb Walker. She photographed Bob Marley.
Oh, what's happening, Kim? How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. You photographed Bob, huh? That's wonderful.
I did. I have a whole book called Bob Marley and the Golden Age of Reggae that's got pictures of Bob from the mid-'70s and all the other great reggae performers from that wonderful period.
Wow. My dream was to always meet him. Of course, I saw him at Harvard Stadium in 1979 for the our South Africa apartheid concert with Dick Gregory. It was definitely a life changer as a senior in high school. That was Dick Gregory and Bob Marley and the Wailers, man, at Harvard Stadium.
I shot the High Times cover with Bob Marley, which was like their most popular cover ever.
Oh, that's so cool. You want to hear something really like hemp related? Through hemp, I met Bob Marley's mom, Mother B. In 1993, she came into my booth at the Surf Expo in Orlando, Florida. And my friend said, "That's Bob Marley's mom." And I kind of denied him. I said, "No, it's not." They tapped me 5 minutes later. "No." And she had never seen hemp fabric or never touched it. And we had all these hemp canvases. And I don't mean to go on, but I turned around again and I looked at her, and she had a halo, a purple halo, and her smile and energy. And the first thing she said to me was, "My son prophesied about this. Here it is. Oh, Lordy." And she just kept on patting that fabric. And she said, "Would you come down to my son's house?" Because she spoke in Bob in the present tense. "And would you come down to Coconut Grove?" I'm like, wow. Anyhow, we became really good friends with Mother B and went down there several times and got her hemp and made hemp food. And we ended up making a hemp blanket for Bob. I was good friends with Richie Booker, Bob's half brother. And he asked me to make him a hemp blanket for his brother, for Bob, inside of his mausoleum down at 9 Miles. So we made this blanket, and unfortunately I didn't get to bring it down there. But anyways, it was all because of hemp. And life is beautiful. I appreciate you listening and love to hear your stories. They're probably way more exciting.
They're all part of the mix for us to end prohibition, everybody. We honor 9/11, which is tomorrow, and I was at the wall today, everybody. This is Chris Boucher. Where can people find your juice Tiva? Chris makes a juice. He's going to tell you about it.
We are the largest producer in North America of raw live hemp juice powder. We freeze dry the hemp juice, and you mix it up, and it's like 95% bioavailable, freeze dried raw hemp juice and flower powder. It's full of CBDA, cannabidolic acids, all the raw acidic cannabinoids, and it doesn't have THC, but you do get a major boost of serotonin. CBDA is 1,000 times more powerful for activating your serotonin receptor in your stomach. 90% of your brain's serotonin is produced in your stomach, gut to brain health. And there's nothing like this. You can feel the anxiety, depression go away immediately when you take this. And it reduces inflammation. And so go to juicetiva.com and you can get a discount and all that and samples. We're really excited. Thank you.
Hey, well, we're with Chris Boucher, and we're with Lenswoman in Love. That's Kim Gottlieb Walker, and we're honoring the 9/11 veterans because the wall is here in Port Townsend, one of 30 states, and they made it today. They were putting it up, and I'm going to go there after the show and do more photography. And Chris, we know you got to leave, and you butt dialed us, but thank God one day we'll have hemp toilet paper.
Yes. All right, brother. Blessings, and so nice to meet everyone, and talk to you guys soon.
Peace out. Okay.
Peace.
Okay, hemp hooray.
Hemp hooray.
That's all I know, everybody. I hang out with the hamsters and the hamsters, so it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Kim, tell us a little bit about what's next for you. You said that you wanted to talk to Sherry about maybe doing a treatment for a play. Is that of Lenswoman?
No, actually, during the pandemic, I wrote another novel that takes place during the early Renaissance in Florence.
Oh, nice.
And it was a wonderful experience. The characters just dictated it to me from back then. And it's
you mean you channeled it? Come on, everybody.
Yeah. It whispered in my ear. And it's about a convent-raised girl who is has been fed all the ecclesiastical, medieval, you're stuck with your fate kind of philosophy. And she gets introduced to the Medici and the newly emerging secular world, and discovers the joys of earthly bliss and philosophy and art, and she models for Botticelli. And she learns the latest dances, which she then ends up teaching in the French court. And it's a sumptuous novel. It's really a fun read. And I keep picturing it as a Broadway musical.
Well, we do have numero uno on our team, so yeah, just flip the PDF over to Sherry, and say when you calm down from the two fantastic projects she's working on, then I'm not sure for sure she'll lay in bed and read it.
Oh, Sherry is amazing. She is so talented.
What? Well, I miss my dad every day, and I see how prolific he was, and then now it rubbed off on my sister, and my mom was prolific and at the top of the cream of the crop. And so thank you for enjoying my sister. But yes, that's the next thing. So so everybody look out for maybe another project in Kim's incredible life here.
But I am looking for people who are interested in turning Lenswoman in Love into a limited series, because just like Daisy Jones and the Six, it has an audience out there. It's something that I know people would enjoy, and so we're looking into what the possibilities are there.
Lenswoman in Love would be a great series. Should talk to Kit. That's Sherry's daughter. She had a Amazon series.
Yeah, I gave her a copy of the book for her birthday.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Yeah, maybe Kid has, it's kind of all about connections, right? Somebody to read it and to see it, to see that there's sponsorship available for that book for Lenswoman. I would love that. That would be cool. Who would play you?
Oh,
Maddie.
There's so many young actresses who would be perfect for it.
I know, but if there was somebody to play me in my movie, it would be the dude, Jeff.
Well, I mean, there are lots of possibilities. I mean, I was thinking maybe Molly Gordon. She has her own production deal, and she might like to play Maddie. But there are many young actresses for whom this would be, a star-making role. So,
yeah, I don't think that there have been many documentaries, or I'm not documentaries, but series or even movies about photographers. I mean, no one's done the Edward Weston story, or Imogen Cunningham story.
Well, this is very much the same demographic as Daisy Jones and the Six and A Complete Unknown. It really gets into the music and the popular culture of the 60s and 70s. And, there's grass and there's acid and there's, rock and roll. And it's a very entertaining journey.
That's cool. And you said last episode that you're entertaining doing a read through. You're going to do a book, a talk book, the audio book.
Yeah, I'm going to get started on that pretty soon because I've had a lot of requests for it. So
what about AI? Does AI yet? Can you put your voice in there and then give?
No, AI has no soul.
No soul. Okay. All right.
It has no sense of humor. It has no sense of irony.
Somebody gave me a site and they said, go talk to this site. It was like Lucy.com or something. And I went and I talked to Lucy and I said, Lucy, I'm scared. What do you got to say to me? Well, hi, I'm Lucy. What's going on, Jeff Eichen? And I went, wow, how do you know my name? Well, because it says it, on your computer screen. And I said, okay, it scares me, Lucy, that you are going to delete many jobs on the planet because of what you're getting us used to. And that scares me. So I say, F you. I don't want you to become part of the addiction and for people to stop going out and meeting people and talking to somebody like you. She goes, that's very interesting that you would say that. My boss is very affected by
us not taking jobs away from the planet. I mean, Lucy said that in real time to me.
I've been getting
In real time.
I started off getting 1 or 2 a day. Now I'm getting like 6 a day, letters that are AI mind generated by people's, and it starts with effusive praise for my book and saying that they can provide me with 200 reviews from, avid readers who would gladly, review my book because it's so wonderful. And it's all AI generated. All the information in it is stuff that they have mined from stuff they've gotten off the internet or publicity about my book. And I don't want AI generated reviews. I want real people to read my book and enjoy it and spontaneously leave their reviews because they love it. I don't want AI manufactured, bullshit. So
But it's the same with weed. We want our prisoners home. We want real life solutions, not waiting month after month after month. I mean, I talked to Edwin Ruiz 2 days ago, and he promised to get back in touch with me, but he's been in jail for 27 years, everybody.
It's ridiculous.
Brandy Lanier was a ex-IndyCar Rookie of the Year driving, 200 miles an hour, and he's out. He's in charge of Freedom Grow and some other incredible, Netflix series that he talks about weed on, The Need for Speed. And he was in jail for like 37 years or some amazing amount of time, 27 or 37 years, give or take 10 years. It's unbelievable. Have empathy, everybody. Put yourself in the shoes of somebody that can't go to a funeral for their mother because they're in jail for weed. Park next to somebody who did rape or murder. So we're on episode 278, everybody. We got a little bit of time left here. Today I'm going to read a little bit from this book. Can you see this book?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read a little bit from that book, but tell us about your time. Do you need to leave?
I do need to take off, but it's always good to see you. And anybody in the Palos Verdes area, I hope I'll see you on Saturday.
Okay, well, we got Kim Gottlieb Walker today. Any final words for the children?
Love is the answer, kindness. That's the way you make the world a better place.
On those words, everybody, it's been great to have you, Kim. I'm going to read a little bit from Reefer Madness here, and this book that says, penetrating, you read Schlosser's To Get Mad, or better yet, to explain why everyone else should be, the Los Angeles Times. So get mad, Reefer Madness, everybody. Thank you, Kim. See you next week or whenever you pop in. Have a great talk this weekend, and I love having you. Come back anytime.
Always good to see you.
Okay, peace out. Thank you. Hey, everybody, that was Kim, and she photographed Bob Marley. I'm jealous. My career didn't bring me down that road, but it's here. Now I get to interview the people that did do that, and today is a really important day for me. I'm going to go back to the wall where they're putting up the wall, and it's about, let's see if I can find, let's see here. No, I guess it's not going to happen. So I'm trying to get my handlebars so I can move some stuff around for you here. Okay, so that's that. It's Jeff Eichen, and I contemplate every day. I don't meditate anymore. I take one thing into my contemplation, and it's really an amazing life that we have. I honor my friend Linda Sutton today. I'll show you a picture of her. Linda, let's see if I can get my
Meeting. Okay. So let's see if I can find. Boom. Boom. Okay. So we're going to see if we can find a picture of my Linda, and we'll talk about her. Amazing, everybody, right? The things that we do in life to keep us entertained. There's Linda. Linda, one of my favorite humans. I said that rest in peace to one of my favorite humans, dear Linda Sutton, a true warrior and peacenik with a nutball side. We were photo buddies, and not many got Linda, but I did. Here on this planet, we do the best we can, then move on to the unknown. Praise Linda Sutton, my true heroine and angel saint. I was thinking on her this week, and Dan, her husband, texted me of her transition. What a gal. Damn. This this story is full of acquaintances. Do not This relentless story is full of acquaintances. Do not forget to play hard with them all. Dear Linda, please make angel photos in heaven, and watch out and watch over all of us. Your inspiration for me was so huge and so wonderful, and I want to be more like you. Dear Linda, I will always love you. Rest in peace, beautiful human. So that's an amazing rest in peace for Linda. Let's figure out how to. Okay, we just fixed it there. So that's Linda, one of my beauties that left the planet, but she did great. She did great. So everybody, I'm going to come back here to y'all. Here I am. So I am back, and I'm going to read you a little bit from Reefer Madness, the book Reefer Madness here. Instead of the news, I'll read you some Reefer Madness. So the most expensive joint. Reefer Madness, everybody. America's marijuana laws now give the government enormous leeway in choosing to punish some people while affording leniency to others. In the early 1990s, a federal judge in Utah, Thomas Green, warned that the power over the fate of many drug defendants had shifted from independent judiciary to state. By adopting mandatory minimum drug laws, Judge Green said Congress had curtailed the direction of federal judges and sentencing, but had placed no similar restrictions on the behavior of law enforcement officers and the U.S. attorneys. As a result, the United States now face de facto sentencing by police and prosecutors. The Supreme Court upheld the federal mandatory minimum whenever they have been challenged on constitutional grounds, supporting the rise of prosecution of the power of their prosecution. Today, a U.S. attorney wields enormous influence on the drug cases by deciding how to frame a charge. So we're reading from Reefer Madness, everybody. And whether to press federal charges at all. A different prosecutor might have charged Mark Young only for a drug trafficking, likely bringing him a sentence of about 7 years. Young's conviction for conspiracy to manufacture all 12,500 plants shows how broadly that crime may be defined. The owners of garden supply stores have been held legally responsible for marijuana cultivated by their customers, and application of conspiracy theory to similar to that which is once imprisoned people for selling sugar to moonshiners. Marijuana. Gary Tucker, the owner of a garden supply store in suburban Atlanta called Southern Lights and Hydroponics, was sentenced to 16 and a half years in federal prison for the pot grown by his customers. WTF, everybody. Don't forget, we're on episode 278. It's Weeds Day, and it's Jeff Eichen here, and I'm looking for my... We're going to go back to the wall today. They're setting up the wall today, and that's a great deal. So drug offenses differ from most crimes in being subject to 3 jurisdictions: local, state, and federal. A U.S. attorney, simply by deciding to enter a particular case, may greatly skew the range of the potential punishments. A person may even be tried twice for the same drug crime, found innocent by a state jury. A marijuana grower can subsequently be convicted in federal court. In 1985, Donald Clark, watermelon farmer from Tampa, Florida, was arrested for growing marijuana and convicted under the state law and sentenced to probation. 5 years later, the local U.S. attorney decided that Clark had not been punished enough. Alcohol's legal, everybody. Fentanyl is not off the streets. What the F? So Clark was indicted under the federal law for exactly the same crime, found guilty, and sentenced to life in prison without parole. I'm amazed. I'm shocked. There are no established criteria for when a U.S. attorney will enter a marijuana case. The federal government could prosecute any and every marijuana offender in the United States. All 724,000 of them. Is that how many people are in jail? I'm not sure. But a typical year, the federal government charges less than 1% of those arrested. In some districts, there is policy that the U.S. attorney will enter cases involving more than 100 plants or 100 pounds. In other, federal prosecutors may simply take special interest in a case. Edward Subinski, liberal activist who had long irritated the public officials in the Bay City, Michigan, was convicted in federal court for possession of 1.6 grams. That's less than a joint, everybody. Found in a large joint. Under Michigan law, the most likely would have received a $100 fine, but in federal court, Subinski was sentenced for 14 months in prison. His license to practice law was suspended. His successful law firm was closed down. They busted me completely, he says, and that's what they wanted to do. After spending almost 6 months in federal prison, Subinski was released by order of the Sixth Circuit of Appeals, considering legal fees of $40,000, his loss of income 10 times that amount, and then was untold thousands of dollars of federal government spent on this case. Serbsky said that that may be the most expensive joint in the nation's history. So, Reefer Madness. I hope we get Gladness, Reefer Gladness. Maybe that'll be my next movie, Reefer Gladness. So I'm going to play our intro outro again, and hemp hooray, everybody. Thank you, Kim Gottlieb, and thank you, Chris Boucher. It was an excellent show today, and peace in the Middle East. Here we go. Sharing my screen, and we're going to go back to ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Today we remember 9/11, which is tomorrow, and all the vets from Vietnam and further. You know who you are. We honor you. We have empathy for you, and we're here for you. The wall is in Port Townsend all weekend. Only 30 states get it, and we got it. Good afternoon, everybody. Is this thing on? Dab, dab, dab. I think we're going to have a wonderful show today. We're going to welcome home Stash Wagner family. Don't bogart that joint from the Philippines. Thank you. And don't forget to donate to their cause and welcoming them home fund. So that's cool. We have a nice GoFundMe site for them. And everybody else in the universe, let's end prohibition today. And don't forget, it's Edwin's birthday today on Freedom. We want Edwin to not spend one more year in prison and one more birthday. We got Leonard Peltier home, and he was in jail for 50 years. Edwin's been in jail for 37 or 36. And I'm going to go see him soon. Hello, y'all. We heard from Edwin this week. Hello, everybody. It is time to welcome home the Stash family, and I'm really proud to be friends with Lawrence, the writer, the original. Don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. So they are just stepping on to the soil here, and they need a car and your help. So don't forget the GoFundMe. And if you have an extra car, you want to do a write-off, bring it on. Love you, Stash. I get joy out of helping people. So go to the QR code and put some dough in the pot for the Stash family. And let's not forget Jack Harrer, the father of the movement. Oh, my Papa in Baja, I miss you. Smoking this doja feel like golden rubber. See the razor moving forward with our concert plans to gather a lot of people together to end prohibition, to raise awareness and raise money for the prisoners in and out of jail, and for the legal faction that can help to get to the White House to end prohibition in our lifetime.
Baked up a fresh knuckle sandwich if anybody wants one.
Till we get the license, don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Roll another one, just like the other one. Love you, everybody here. Host with the most. Let's get it on and have a concert in 2025. Happy parade.
1, 2, 3.
The world come together is Timothy Leary's campaign song. People hear that on the radio all the time now. That song like, well, that's a theme song for Timothy Leary's governor race. He was going to run against Ronald Reagan as governor.
Let the kids get high. As a matter of fact, President Nixon, why don't we all turn on together?
At the time, the government probably feared Tim Leary more than they feared anybody. Nixon thought that dope dealers were among the worst criminals on earth.
We must wage what I have called total war against public enemy number one in the United States.
Thank you to the all brave souls that are helping to end prohibition. Please support us. Our concert is coming. Happy parade. There will be a memorial for Richard around November 9th, I believe, in San Francisco Bay Area. So stay tuned and we'll give you more information on the following show. We'll do more about Richard Lee. Thank you, Richard, for all your incredible mentorship and time and energy and Planet Walk and helping us end prohibition.
Hey, you look now. Yeah, what do you mean homeless? What do you mean homeless? This is a Canna. I drive across the United States of America fighting to get our cannabis prisoners out of jail. Nobody belongs in jail for weed, and it needs to be federally legal. And my legal name is 420 Jim. So, you keyboard warrior bullshit, don't bother me. What do you mean if you had the money, you'd take care of homeless? You're full of crap. Why don't you just do the right thing, put love in your heart, help people that are really homeless? Don't be keyboard warriors like you are. You know, that's just plain wrong. Peace, love, and cannabis for all. Go to 420gym.com, sign the petition today. Nobody belongs in jail for weed, my friends. Peace and love to all. Oh, look how stupid I get and make you look now. Yeah, what do you mean homeless?
That's 420 Jim, everybody. Episode 278. I'm back, everybody. It's Weeds Day with Jeff Eichen. If you made it this far, you can help to end prohibition. Remember, on this episode, you can scan back and get the QR code and donate to Stash Wagner and his family. They're amazing and they deserve a break today. So help them out to get a car. If you have a car, you can write it off to them. And we're really blessed to have a remake of the song Don't Bogart That Joy and get a new generation to listen to that song and to make marijuana not a crime anymore, to legalize it. Why should we talk, everybody? Why should we freaking even get into the fact that let's bring me back here. Why should we even get into the fact that nobody deserves to be in jail for a plant? So we've been talking about that all lifetime, all week, and you know,
we're not in the garage anymore smoking out of an apple. You know, the Tommy Chong told me, he said to the government, the pipe's in the pot. You can't, the pot's in the pipe, and you can't take it out anymore. You can't take the pot out of the pipe. So everybody, Mickey, remember Mickey? Mickey Mouse says it's, let's see if we can do this here. Well, anyways, Mickey says it's 4:20. So I'm going to go back to the wall and do some more veteran photography. And thank you for 9/11 remembrance tomorrow and the wall here in Port Townsend. So I'm getting out of here, everybody. So love and light to you. Peace in the Middle East in your heart. And thank you, everybody on YouTube. Don't forget to like us and subscribe. Roku, don't forget to like us and subscribe. And Facebook, don't forget to like us and subscribe and say something nice, you know. So here we go. Peace out, everybody. It's been a great show.
Recording.
So everybody, we are still streaming live. Hello.
Hi, this is Ron returning your call.
From where?
I missed call from you from California.
And do I know you?
I don't think, maybe, I'm not sure. We just had 2 missed calls from you.
Right. You're in. Hang on just a minute.